Can zinc really stop the common cold in its snotty, coughing, tissue-destroying tracks? Well, it's not a miracle cure, but it might just be the closest thing your immune system has to a pocket-sized superhero. While your coworkers are guzzling vitamin C packets and your grandma's swearing by garlic tea, zinc is over here, quietly supported by actual clinical trials and a pretty decent resume when it comes to fighting off viral invaders. Let's start with the science. Multiple studies have shown that zinc, when taken as a lozenge within the first 24 hours of cold symptoms, can shorten the duration of a cold by up to 30%. That's not just some placebo-driven sniffle optimism. That's hours, sometimes days, less of feeling like you're breathing through a wet sponge and debating whether it's socially acceptable to carry a personal humidifier to work. Now, before we all run out and start chewing zinc like it's candy, a word of caution. Not all zinc lozenges are created equal. The effectiveness depends heavily on the dose, typically 75 milligrams per day or more. The formulation, zinc acetate, seems to outperform zinc gluconate, and whether or not the lozenge actually releases free ionic zinc in the mouth, the form that does the heavy lifting. Some commercial products add ingredients like citric acid or flavorings that can bind to zinc and render it about as useful as a chocolate teapot. So if you're popping a tropical fruit-flavored zinc lozenge and still sneezing like a cartoon character, you might want to check the label. How exactly does zinc pull off this immune system magic trick? It works in several ways. First, zinc has direct antiviral properties. It can block the ability of some viruses to attach to cells and replicate, sort of like locking the windows before the burglar even gets in. Second, zinc helps regulate the immune response, so your body can fight efficiently without spiraling into full-blown mucus overproduction and internal chaos. Third, it supports the epithelial barrier of the respiratory tract. Basically, it helps your nose and throat not act like flimsy screen doors during cold season. But timing matters. Zinc is not the friend who shows up late and still gets credit. It works best when you start it early, ideally at the very first throat tickle or nose tingle. Waiting until day 3 of your cold and then tossing back a couple of zinc lozenges won't do much besides make your mouth taste like pennies. Early and consistent is key. So, should everyone be taking zinc lozenges at the first sneeze? Well, mostly yes, but with some caveats. If you're pregnant, nursing, or taking other mineral supplements, you should be mindful of your total daily intake. Too much zinc can cause nausea, mess with your copper absorption, and in extreme cases actually impair your immune system. It's the classic case of helpful in moderation, regrettable in excess. And what about prevention? There's some evidence that people with adequate zinc levels are less likely to catch colds in the first place, probably because zinc helps keep your immune defenses running smoothly 24/7. That said, using zinc supplements as a daily shield isn't always necessary for healthy adults who get enough from food. Unless, of course, you're on a plant-based diet, have digestive issues, or are otherwise zinc deficient. In that case, a daily supplement could be your cold season insurance policy. So, bottom line, zinc isn't going to make you immune to every cold virus, but it can give you a shorter, milder ride through the misery. With the right product, the right timing, and a little zinc savvy, you might just go from "I'm dying" to "I'm just mildly annoying to be around" in record time. That's progress. And in the world of cold season, we'll take all the wins we can get, especially the ones that come in mint-flavored lozenge form.